2024 Birmingham, Alabama Supercross Predictions. How's it going, everybody? My name is Dylan Coventry from Coventry Racing, and today we're going to go over some Supercross predictions of the 2024 Birmingham, Alabama Supercross race. The 250 East Coast riders have been phenomenal so far this season. There's been a lot of mix-up in the air, wondering who's going to win each race. This has provided phenomenal entertainment for all of us fans, and it's been really questioning who's going to win this championship. Starting this 2024 season, everyone was predicting Hayden Deegan to take the 250 East Coast and run away with it. While Hayden has proven that he is still a strong, fighting contender in this championship, he hasn't been that dominant, and he hasn't really shown that he is going to run away with this championship. After that first East Coast race, everyone was expecting Austin Faulkner to have that potential of running away with the championship. Sadly, he is now injured, as we saw in the second 250 East race. Austin's return is still to be determined. However, the Kawasaki riders are not giving up. We still have Cameron McAdoo and Seth Hamaker who are putting in lap after lap and fighting their way, just like last week in Daytona when they ended up both on the podium. That doesn't mean you count out the French rider of Tom Vial. He has also been on the podium, and he's shown that he has some incredible talent and some speed to fight for this championship. Most importantly, we can't forget the main guy that's been in this dogfight from the beginning, maybe not necessarily winning, but putting his name in the higher points of the board, Max Anstey. Taking a look at the Birmingham, Alabama track, so far they had a lot of rain, and I think that the track is going to be very soft, very rutted, very similar to Daytona. This track will probably play very well to Tom Vial, Hayden Deegan, and more than likely, Cameron McAdoo. I think it's safe to say, going off of the track conditions from Daytona, going to Alabama, it's very similar dirt, like I said, with the ruts, the rain, all of that mixed together. These three riders are going to be very high contenders in tonight's race. Moving over to the 450 class, I think a rider in particular that's going to have a lot of dog in his fight tonight is Chase Sexton. Looking at last week, Chase Sexton was riding incredibly well, just had a few mistakes here and there to give up a position to two positions, ending himself in the third place position overall, which isn't bad. However, Chase is still the former champ, and I think he really is digging deep to try and gain those points back to fight Jet for this championship. Speaking of Jet, I think last week in Daytona, he really showed us what it takes to win in a gnarly track situation. Daytona was a brutal track with a lot of deep, long ruts, soft dirt, and I think that plays well to Jet. Many would argue that that doesn't play well to him, considering we saw how well he rode in the mud races, which was not well at all. However, we're not necessarily looking at mud anymore. We're looking at some thick, deep ruts. These are still consistent, and they still persist towards Jet. Now, of course, another rider, maybe even two riders that we can talk about are both star Yamaha riders on the 450 bike. That is going to be Eli Tomac and Cooper Webb. Both of these riders do really well in these conditions. Tomac last week in Daytona showed us once again his dominance in Daytona. Unfortunately, he could not pull the win away. Some of that had to do with the safety that he was thinking of while riding. I think he was a little upset with himself. However, he still had it in him, and I think he's going to show what he's got tonight. As for Cooper Webb, he might not have had the performance that we would have expected last week. I still think he has what it takes to do incredibly well tonight in Alabama. As for one random rider that I think is going to do well tonight that is probably out of left field, Aaron Plessinger. Aaron Plessinger has started off this season incredibly well. Sadly, a very bad crash last week, dropping him down to, I believe, 16th place for the overall finish in the 450 main in Daytona. This week, I think he's going to have a lot of fight in him, and these conditions also play very well to his riding style. With that being said, I'm still thinking that Jet, Sexton, and Tomac are going to be your three main riders that you can expect to see on the podium tonight in Birmingham, Alabama. It's going to be a very fun, long, crazy race. That wraps up the 2024 Birmingham, Alabama Supercross predictions for the night. Once again, my name is Dylan Coventry from Coventry Racing. Thank you for watching.